Imagine sitting in the cockpit of a twin-engine plane. The sun reflects off the turquoise Atlantic. Suddenly, a thick fog clings to your windshield. You check your instruments, but the compass needle isn't just drifting, it's spinning wildly. You key your radio to call for help and find only silence. This is a roughly 500,000 square mile expanse of the western North Atlantic. Draw a line from the beaches of Miami, Florida, out to the island of Bermuda, down to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and back to Florida. Within these boundaries lies some of the deepest, most heavily traveled water on Earth. This is Flight 19. In December 1945, these 5 Navy torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale for a routine training mission. Hours into the flight, the leader radioed a final panicked transmission. Everything is wrong. Strange. We can't be sure of any direction. All 14 men vanished. The Navy immediately deployed a PBM Mariner flying boat to locate them. It carried a 13-man rescue crew into the same airspace. That plane also disappeared that exact same night, leaving no debris and no survivors. 6 military aircraft and 27 men were erased in a single afternoon. It was the birth of a legend, a stretch of ocean with the invisible power to swallow entire squadrons and their rescuers without a trace. But the lethality of these coordinates isn't restricted to the sky. The physical forces operating at the ocean's surface have proven to be just as absolute. This is the USS Cyclops. In 1918, this 542-foot Navy collier was carrying 10,000 tons of manganese ore when it vanished between Barbados and Baltimore. Not a single distress signal was sent, and not a single life jacket was ever found. 309 crew members disappeared with the ship. To this day, it remains the single largest loss of life in U.S. naval history that did not occur in combat. These disappearances raise a specific physical question. What natural force has the capacity to instantly erase a steel leviathan from the face of the Earth? To find the answer, we have to move past the ghost stories. Modern geoscience has identified physical forces here, far more dangerous than anything found in paranormal fiction. Deep beneath the ocean floor lie massive deposits of frozen methane gas. When seismic events cause these deposits to rupture, giant bubbles of methane can rush to the surface in a violent surge. This rising gas creates a localized physics crisis. It drastically lowers the density of the water, instantly stripping a ship of its buoyancy. In this frothy mixture, a vessel cannot float. It plummets to the bottom like a stone. Above the waves, the atmosphere is equally volatile. Recent satellite discoveries have revealed bizarre hexagonal-shaped cloud formations unique to this region. These clouds generate what meteorologists call air bombs, concentrated microbursts that blast the ocean at 170 miles per hour, creating spontaneous rogue waves that can reach 100 feet in height. Between sudden losses of buoyancy and these vertical airstrikes, the triangle is a natural gauntlet, capable of snapping hulls in half and knocking aircraft directly out of the sky. Even when weather is calm, the environment holds a subtle secondary weapon that blinds its victims. The spinning compasses of Flight 19 were not a supernatural event, but a documented magnetic phenomenon. This is the agonic line, a rare place where true geographical north and magnetic north perfectly align. Historically, navigators who didn't account for this shifting anomaly were steered hundreds of miles off course, systematically disoriented, and led into the abyss. The triangle is an environment that first blinds its victims, then subjects them to a lethal combination of deep-sea gas and atmospheric air bombs. We can measure the true danger of these forces through cold actuarial data. If this region were uniquely lethal, the world's financial markets would reflect it. Lloyd's of London, the world's premier maritime insurance market, has analyzed centuries of shipping records. Their conclusion is clear. They do not charge a single penny more to insure a vessel sailing through these coordinates than any other stretch of ocean. This is the World Wildlife Fund's ranking of the top 10 most dangerous shipping waters on the planet. The Bermuda Triangle is absent from the list. The data suggests that while these physical forces are violent, they are also rare. The mystery is a matter of volume. This is one of the most heavily trafficked stretches of water on the planet. When thousands of vessels cross a region every day, Even a standard rate of human error or mechanical failure will produce a steady stream of tragic headlines. This is the official verdict of the U.S. Navy. They maintain that the legend is the result of extreme weather, the swift-moving Gulf Stream, and fatal human error, all compounded by the sheer density of traffic. 75 years of science and statistics have successfully demystified the legend. We have measured the variables and quantified the risks, proving that humanity has mathematically conquered this natural gauntlet. Yet, solving the math does not make the environment any less mysterious. The mechanisms are explained, but the physical reality remains largely unexplored. Just beneath the surface currents lies the Puerto Rico Trench, plunging over 27,000 feet into complete darkness and crushing pressure. We have mapped the surface of Mars with greater precision than we have mapped the floor of this specific stretch of ocean. Science has identified the weapons of the triangle, but the unrecovered wrecks of the Cyclops in Flight 19 prove that the deep ocean still keeps its darkest secrets well.